Oh no, it's actually alive. I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised by, oh, former Russia to retreat around. Good play right there. Keep your unit preservation high. He's going to give chase, but the mine will cause significant damage to the unit. Stop that. Oh, wait, no, flamethrower guy still died. Damn it. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17 bringing you another COH2 replay. This is a 2v2 on Alliance of Defiance, and what we have here is Keps, Wazotis, 2 Soviets, versing me, 26, and Leonidas the Corgi. For those who don't know, I do not say who submits his replays to the very end, but the best name out of this, maybe it's just because I watched Infinity Train last week, but by God, Leonidas the Corgi, thank you. Thank you. I'm assuming that's reference to that show, but I could be very wrong about that. But again, fantastic show. Again, highly recommend just for that reference alone. Every episode's like 10 minutes. Yes, it's a cartoon from Cartoon Network, but by God, that show has some hefty drama to it. It's surprising. AK, if you want to support this content, make sure you hit that like, subscribe button so I can go off tangent more. Again, thanks, guys, for watching my content and supporting. Meanwhile, also, if you want to watch a penal troop get horribly outmatched by Stern Pioneers and a Kubel, by God, you're in for the right piece of content because, yeah, penals, better at longer ranges. Unfortunately, we thought, oh, I'm just going to walk up. No, apparently this Kubel and Stern was like, no, we're just going to bum rush the Soviets because they're not going to be able to fight us. And yeah, the scout car's not deployed yet, so the Kubel Stern will be fine. Now, if the penals were in the scout car, that'll be a little different. That'll be more firepower than both of them combined. It's like fusion. It's like Gogeta. There you go. Or Vegito, you know. But anyway, unfortunately, separated. Yeah, they're not going to stand up to these two at all. So it looks like the Axis will take over the left-hand side pretty quickly and actually cut off some of the munitions over here. So good job. Again, this map, very good for cutting off small pieces of territory. If done correctly, we'll see which the Axis can hold on to it, if the Allies can counterattack. Speaking of which, we got some troops coming in over here, capturing some territory, putting down some cover. MG kind of watching all of it. We got, oh, okay, so we got Wazo putting down barbed wire in mid, stopping the Axis from using the cover. So not a bad idea at all. All right. Assault Graders engaging the penals, which I guess they decided to charge straight through mid and try to take as much territory as possible. Didn't go as well. They did cut off the fuel and all the resources the Axis could have gotten, but weren't able to hold it. So there's that. Again, the problem with sending your men down long is they're by themselves, and it's very easy for the Axis to start piling on units that they can just be overwhelmed by. Speaking of which, we got 2 Volk squads trying to hold the line while an engineer squad moves on in, and a penal and a scout car continue to fire. The Kubel is healing, but I believe getting the veterancy from everything going on, so it might get Vet 1 and hopefully gets vetted up. There we go, Vet 1, and hopefully gets vetted up pretty quickly. Meanwhile, we have Wazo fighting over here. Salkrens will push them back. Hold on to these, I guess, fuel depot. What do we want? I don't even know what else we call it, but because the fuel source is literally in the middle, I'll call it the fuel depot. So they'll hold over this area, most likely continue to try to grab territory. They're placing down their own cover. Not a bad idea. Speaking of which, let me double check their ranks real quick. And by ranks, I mean just playtime. This doesn't really show who's better or who's worse, just how much time they have played in Co. As we just saw, they've all played a number of hours, so nice. That's really, really cool. Anyway, MG kind of going down the building. We have a engineer squad. Enjo over here. All right. Oh, Keps went B4. All right, Keps, you got my interest. Now, are you a believer in the B4 or are you a fake? Now, if you're a believer, the B4 will guide you into destroying many armored vehicles. But if you are fake, then you can expect every shot to miss. Remember, believe in the B4 and it will pay off greatly. Meanwhile, yeah, so Axis forces continue to move on in. They don't really care about the exploding barrels. They're like, this is a video game, but you know what? Unlike other games, you're buying cover, you're fine. So they're just going to continue to move on in, try to use that cover to the best of their ability, and push shots down range. Meanwhile, it looks like the Soviets coming in for a major counterattack We got Penals and Engineers moving on in. Wazo's trying to move on up, but he doesn't really have that many men, so I don't think he's going to really hold. So I'm going to pay attention to this battle over here. Soviet forces are preparing for a push. They are driving on in, just going straight in to enemy fire. Actually, no, the kind of one squad's going behind cover. I think they're moving by here to flame this unit. There's a Volk squad that tried to sneak around, but the flamethrower is focusing on him. Panzerfaust tried to fire, but he had to retreat. Penal troops coming on in. Kubel pulling on back. Again, directional cover, so they're not really that effective anymore in terms of like stopping bullets. And the flamethrower can move up and continue to burn that guy out. Very low infantry. Has to watch out for them to being picked off. Kubel trying to get some last shots off. Does push back one of the penal units, but the other penal unit and the flamethrower is still there. So, yeah, it's not going to go well at all for them holding this position. Looks like the Soviets have that pretty firmly. As well as he can move back, heal up with the engineer squad, and then chase that Kubel down if you really, really want to. Meanwhile, penal forces are opening fire against grenadiers, which are barely alive. It's weird how he has assault grenadiers, and panzer grenadiers. Just a little bit of everything. Kind of, well, okay, doesn't have a little bit of everything now. We lost it, but, you know, he did. Me, again, went with the mechanized assault, so very good close range. And, okay, so nice attempt at a bundle grenade there. Although, like, Wazo's like, I'm just going to get out real quick, and I'm going to get back in. So, you know, just keep doing that. Now, he keeps getting in and out. I think that was on purpose. Is he going to throw a... Yeah, no, he doesn't throw the satchel. Oh, he did throw the satchel. Knocks out the building. I guess he was trying to trap him in there. Not a bad idea. You know, you can't win that battle, so you try to lure your enemy to complete annihilation. I mean, haven't we all been down that road? Anyway, Assault Grenadiers trying to close the gap to kill those engineers. Penals focusing more on the left-hand side. We have an MG going in place, so they want to take that out before it sets up and causes hell for them. They're going to open fire on the Volk squads again, flanking from two different positions, so it makes the cover a little bit more mute. But the amount of Volk squads now coming in to counter the Soviets might be too much from the handle as well. We have... Oh, boy. There's a unit in the back that could assist, but no, that's not going to help them in time. Oh my god, I think that was... Oh, god. Well, that penal troop just got annihilated. Yeah. Nice grenades by me. Again, Assault Grenadiers have those awesome nades that can pretty much cover a wide area and do a ton of damage. That's why... But there is like a small timer on them, so it gives you enough time to get out if you're paying attention. MG coming up to back up the Volk squads. Probably the one thing I'll say is a Verkenwerfer would be pretty good, just in case. We do have a mechanized building that went down. I would have placed it farther up, because that way your armor doesn't take it so long for the armor to move back to base to heal. But I get why you did that. It's a smaller map, and you want to make sure it's covered and not taken out by artillery. Fair assessment. Keps and Wazo both win artillery with Soviet shock army, so I'm surprised we haven't... Okay, we have shock troops, but I'm surprised we haven't seen the heavy mortar. Usually, if people are going to go that doctrine, they want to deploy that heavy mortar as soon as possible, because, by God, it does so much against enemy infantry. Like, seriously, that thing will just... The health of it... It may not get a ton of kills, but by God, the health of a unit will drastically go down. So, there's that. Anyway, Assault Grenadiers being pushed back. Units are taking over the fuel, so the Soviets have that. Flamethrower coming in to assist. Maybe even try to kill him on the retreat. That's not a bad idea, honestly. If you can try to kill the unit, good. Okay, no, he's more... Oh, he's trying to cut off the territory. That's what he's trying to do. All right. Not a bad idea. Watching out for Grenadier squads that he just got. Panzer Grenadier squads did die from me, so that is a big issue right there. Shock troops kind of moving on in against the Sturms and the Kubel. Kubel needs to get the hell out of there. Sturm Pioneers, hold the line. Let the Kubel escape. Run, Kubel, run. He's doing the half back up, so you need to like get the fully out of there. All right, he backs up again, and he backs up halfway. Dude, full retreat. Full retreats in action, not slow withdrawal. Penals take out the unit. Scout car is injured as well. Didn't see that, but it is. I most likely got Panzerfausted. Volk squad's trying to kill that shock troop on the escape. Will he be able to? This question. Oh no, Incendiary's going out in his way. Gets the kill. That's a great use of a grenade right there. May not be the best in terms of like, again, like against every single battle, especially when the enemy can just move out of the way. But if you can try to kill a unit on the retreat and it's something that expensive, by God, good work on that. Volk squad's continuing to open fire. We have a Puma as well trying to assist. A scout car is now moving into play. So we have light armor, one more designed against infantry, one more designed against anti-vehicle. And yeah, just a good work across. Assault Grenadiers rushing on in. Again, a lot more of this barbed wire BS against the heavy cavalry, which again, absolutely a strategy. Don't know what the shock troop's doing. Throws a grenade. Little off. Gonna miss a lot of the Assault Grenadiers. Picks up the MG. Nice, MG-42. Stolen, so that's a really good unit to have. Assault Grenadiers just gonna run around, just dish out damage. Now, luckily the Penals might be able to put some pressure on him and bring down his health. No, he's just gonna retreat it. I think if he would have moved it back a little bit, had the two Penal squads just light him up from afar, he could have won that battle very easily. Because they're very low on health. Now it looks like, again, more fire going down to trying to stop someone on the retreat. The MG did eventually get knocked out. Penal troops kind of moving on in to assist. Kind of help hold that position. Do grab the MG in that spare time. Right now, Alright, hold on. Leonidas is the big thing. I would go Grand Offensive. No, I wouldn't go Grand Offensive. Hold on. I was thinking about something else, but because you can maybe combine it with Panzer Commander, so I don't know. You could, like, if Puma can hit stuff long range, you can remove hard cover, but I mean, you could also rush up and kill the artillery pieces, maybe, but again, it's B4, that's not the best option. The others, I mean, rocket barrage could be good for countering the artillery. Special operations would be good for just recon purposes. Oh, nice, they're trying to kill the cache. Right now, the Axis haven't built a cache. The Allies have. T-70 deployed against Wazo. Yeah, so if I had to guess which one will go, hold on. What does Leonidas have? He does only Volk squad. So at this point, he can pretty much go anything. If you're gonna go specializing in a Puma, which is what he seems to have done by getting it so early, which by the way, that T-70 should have had backup. That Puma's gonna hunt him down. There's not much gonna stop him. Great shots by the Puma. Again, hold fire. Hold fire. Oh, tries to get the kill. Nice rifle grenade. It knocks out the Penal squad. 4 of the Mother Russia's been activated, so yeah, he's going to rush around with Penal troops, running around trying to get a shot on the light vehicles. Again, might be slightly better if he could throw a satchel. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the munitions for it because, surprise, surprise, he don't have a ton of points on the map, but actually, take that back. Caps is currently moving around with his men, trying to grab as much territory as possible. Again, 4 Mother Russia doesn't have to be used offensively, you can just use it for a speed boost. Some German doctrines have a speed boost, and like Valiant Assault for the OKW is an example of one. So again, sometimes speed doesn't need to be used to just rush around back up to the front. It can just be used to capture territory if needed. Now that's exactly what the Soviets are doing, and they're doing well, although against double Volk squads, his Penals are pretty much effed, so yeah, pull back on that. Meanwhile, the scout car is still alive. It's 13 minutes in the game. How's the scout car alive? The Kubel dies, but the scout car lives. All right. Meanwhile, shock troops going to put a damper on those assault grenadiers. They're also running, assuming to engage. Again, no AT, so the flamethrower pact is actually going to be quite effective. Oh my god. Comes in there. The shock troops still kicking ass. Wait, is that only one? No, okay, the rest are over here. I couldn't see it. Oh, nice kill on the Pioneer squad. Me is losing everything. My god, his unit preservation is not good. Holy crap. Okay, fair point. They bring up a pack gun. Oh, the little piece of debris stopped the shot. Scout car barely alive. Shock troops going after the AT gun. And yeah, me has nothing. He lost the scout car. I'm assuming to the Penals. He lost quite a bit. So he's being pushed back quite effectively. Meanwhile, over here, we got an NC-76 by Keeps, who, again, the idea behind this would be fight the Puma, which is actually not a bad idea if you can keep range and keep within a straight sight. But if the Puma flanks around, this thing doesn't have anything really to protect it, and it's also very, very vulnerable. I mean, like most tanks, but extremely vulnerable to fire from its back because it can't even turn its turret. So, yeah, so artillery coming down. Might be a little bit of a friendly fire possibility, so has to watch out for that. Okay, never mind. It did no damage. I was expecting more damage against an allied unit, but alright. Volk squad's coming on in. I had realized under artillery fire, decided, yeah, I'm leaving that cover. See ya. But too late. Artillery's still coming down from that thing. The final shot helps push it back. MG in place to try to keep back the shock troops. Does manage to cause suppression, but it's out of range now. And the Volk squads will continue to shoot it, keep suppression going, and they have to retreat. Meanwhile, a large counterattack, but the pack gun's destroyed. The artillery barrage come in. On this scout, they need to kill the scout car. This scout car is just the bane in his existence. Holy crap, I've never been so happy for a scout car. Keeps good work. Oh my god, is he really gonna grab a pack gun? Is he really gonna? He grabs the pack gun. Oh no, the scout car died. No, damn it. Oh well, his legacy will be that pack gun. I salute thee, sir. Shock troops pushing on in, easily beating back the Volk squads. Might get it. Oh no, just barely gets out of range of the shock troops. But yeah, just barely alive. Meanwhile, Wazoo is just taking over a huge portion of territory. He still has a decent army. Placing mines everywhere. Good defense. Good defense. As a Steelers fan, defense is key to winning battles and games. So what do you need to do? Place mines, stop the enemy from attacking. Barbed wire every single front. Again, good job by the Allies in that to kind of remove the Axis covered advantage that they might use on their own planes. Getting a huge swath of territory. The cache is still alive, needs some healing, but still alive. So they're getting a lot of fuel and munitions right now, more so than Leonidas and me. Me, by the way, barely has an army. He needs to really think of something. I'm assuming right now he's going to save up for the Tiger. And yeah, he's getting Battle Phase 2. He'll probably get Battle Phase 3. And then he'll need to save up some resources. Maybe deploy another building if he wants to get armor out sooner, but we'll see. Panzer Headquarters is also on the in play, kind of guarding over the fuel. So the left side is under Axis control for the time being. Well, the Allies are slowly getting close enough to where this thing has to worry about direct AT guns or anything along those lines. Grenades being thrown. Shock troops mostly missing. There's one grenade that gets a nice shot. So he's going to pull on back after losing a model. MG would have been perfect, but gets up. I don't know why. Maybe it was just redeploying real quick. T-70, by the way, that was still alive. Trying to find a target. He's moving on in now. That Puma might be their best bet to fight that armor. Also, oh my god, a fuck ton of infantry. We got 4 Volk squads, almost Soldaten with the LMG. Double MG in the back, so good job there. Meanwhile, we have a lot of penals coming in. Again, my biggest issue is the penals. Although he has the flamethrower unit backing them up, the shock troops really need to be on the front to kind of, if they're going to push against infantry. That's the big thing. If they fight armor, I'm fine with it, but they can't fight the Volk squads with that upgrade. Maybe at a range, they could do a little bit of damage here and there, and just, especially buying cover, they can just be like, we'll fight, and it's really not much of a fight. It's just kind of like testing the attack, like a very small engagement overall. Artillery currently coming down against the positions. Actually does quite a bit versus the Volk squad. Almost gets a kill. Good shots with the T-70. Penals in cover. Again, not incredibly effective, but they're holding the line. Bundle grenade going to go off. I guess he was hoping you would walk back. As C-76 artillery as well hitting the area where the Puma is. Maybe it'll cause some damage, along with the penal troops causing a lot of damage. Shock troops on standby, but has to watch out for the MG. Trying to use that cover to his advantage. Good plays by the Allies right now. And again, this is mostly Leonidas fighting against 2 players right here. Although Panzer IV on the field, so screw that Tiger. He's getting medium armor. We have a Stug E on the field, which is a big F. Hate the Stug E so much. Oh my god, you've placed cover everywhere. Holy mackerel, you don't want the Axis to use any cover. You don't get to use cover. Hold on. Yeah, actually both points next to the main objective are under Allied control. So right now they're putting the clock on the Axis. Although the Axis finally getting some armor up. I don't think it's going to be enough to break this line they have. Because again, they have the AT gun, the Su-76. They have another pack gun on the field. They have a lot of AT is what I'm saying. And if they try to move on up, it could go very badly. Recon being used by the T-70 for additional sight lines. Although he switches it off, deciding, no, I can kill the Pioneer Squad. That might be a better. Almost gets that thing killed. Artillery now coming in, trying to push him back again. Sugi's more designed for anti-infantry than armor. Valiant Assault's in play, so something's happening. Yep, trying to get out of there. Penal troops that are repositioning. We have a pack gun as well, kind of guarding. Not sure what the unit's doing in the house. But the bundle grenade will probably kill it, I assume, right? Bundle grenade. No. Nope. Bundle. Nope. There it goes. And say goodbye to the house. Oh, no. It's actually alive. I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised by... Oh, form of the Russia to retreat around. Good play right there. Keep your unit preservation high. He's going to give chase, but the mine will cause significant damage to the unit. Stop the... Oh, wait. No, flamethrower guy still died. Damn it. Maybe if we rush the... Maybe shock troops with smoke or something. Stugi still doing a lot of damage, but the double AT shot's gonna push it back. Vulcan Obosodan squad's moving to mid. MG42 is now suppressing them. Again, thank you, Axis, for giving that to the allies. Artillery's coming down for them in mid. Kills the Obosodan! Oh, damn, that's a big loss. Also, Stugi hang the the penal squad there. Gonna need to fall back both men, although the Volk squad's gonna try to stop that. Can we see another incendiary grenade? Maybe. No, we're not seeing it. Alright, he's just going to give chase. I don't think he really has munitions to spare for that, so. Anyway, Axis forces continuing to try to push up, but alas, they're taking significant losses along the field, though Volk squad did manage to get behind the lines. MG repositioning. It is very low on health. I don't think it'll do as much, and actually, he probably will lose it from the flamethrower unit, and the penal does end up losing it. So we lost 2 squads in that attack. I don't know how much the Soviets lost, but I think they've lost at least 1 by the flamethrower unit, but I don't think about anything else. Or I don't think they lost anything else. We do have an artillery piece in play and a Katusha. So he hasn't gone B4. They've gone a normal artillery piece and a Katusha. The Katusha did push back Corgi's forces, and he's going to have to fall back and get them healed up. He doesn't have a heal base, unfortunately, though, so his infantry won't be up to, like, full combat readiness. The German player does have a medical base, though, so maybe he can kind of provide that to his ally. That would be pretty damn helpful. Double Stugis. Very... Oh, sorry. No, I'm sorry. We have a Stug E and a Stug G. So the G has a long barrel. The E has a short barrel. Designed for like, an artillery or assault gun or something like that. So, not necessarily a terrible idea to have that, but I don't know. I think it could be a lot better. That's just me. But, we still have this defensive line in play. Axis could get their own artillery. Let's see. Leonidas is getting a Stuka, so he is going to counteract this defensive line. That's a smart idea and the best possible idea he has. He doesn't have a ton of munitions, so I don't think an artillery strike or anything, or a call-in strike would be good in that situation. By the way, good mine placement with the AT gun shot. Almost kills the Stug, but alas, not able to, unfortunately. So that unit's going to be pushed back. Meanwhile, Panzer IV and the Stug 3 just kind of waiting here. We have a Sturmvik strike coming on against armor. This is a big F because the Sturmvik strike is more designed for... Okay, against the Grenadier squad, that makes more sense. Against armor, it's not going to do anything. Maybe call that in to stop the infantry from hurting the AT gun, but allow the AT gun to still hurt the armor, which has a clear line of sight on, by the way. It is really good shot right there. Also, I love the planes flying overhead. Soviets continuing to push, but alas, not able to do all that much. Artillery is coming down in the left position, pushing back Leonidas' forces. Airstrike comes in, hurting some of the armor and infantry, but not a lot. It's not going to do a ton bursting the armor. Stuka firing. I'm assuming he gets the defensive line over here. Oh, that's a perfect line. Gets a lot of men on that. Great shot across the board against the Soviets. So really, really good shot. Oh, damn, we have anti-air now being used. I'm assuming by the base. Yep, the base has been activated, but if that base activates, shock troops going to get out of there just fine and actually take over the point because they're going to focus on the planes for another 14 seconds rather than the fuel. So if they take that, it's a nice big win for the Allies in terms of cutting off the Axis fuel. Artillery is now being used to knock out that base. It's going to take a bit of time, and honestly, I think you want to get more veterancy because that way you get more shells. I believe you get more shells. Yeah, more shells. So, anyway, Panzer IV opening fire on the shock troops, all lined up in a perfect row to get killed. Just pointing that out. Wow, shot goes hits one, but the shot goes straight through the rest. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Meanwhile, we have armor moving on in with the Su-85. Can easily target this. Where is that AT? We have Kenwerfer that's kind of been deployed now. There's a Puma moving on in. That Puma is this Panzer headquarters' last hope to survive. Alright, we'll see if this Puma's able... Alright, he smokes it. That's going to allow... Oh no, the Su-85 is going in too deep. Puma's coming in the flank. No heat rounds available, so can't do additional damage, but can do damage consistently from behind. We also have a Stu G coming in to do additional shots and successfully kills the Su-85. Good job there, but the Panzer headquarters did die, so that means he is stuck with the Puma as being his best unit to fight armor. Meaning if the the Soviets had an IS-2 on the field, he would pretty much be effed because the armor can't pen. But because the Allies both went with an artillery focus, and okay, I take that back. They went with artillery focus, also they're not deploying a KV-1, so there's that. But if they could deploy KV-1, maybe the Puma would have a lot harder time. But right now, it's up to Vet 2. Not too shabby. There was a mine that just detonated. Oh, okay. Grenadiers. Oh my god, these Grenadiers barely alive. I know what mine they hit. Oh, Jesus. Man, you should have really gotten those sweepers earlier, huh? Anyway, penal troops moving on in while the engineers re-grab some of the territory or some of the units that they lost. He doesn't have any with AT rifles. At least have one, I would say. He has all of his penals with AT rifles. But if they're using the support, that's fine. Stuka, by the way, it's almost Vet 1 by the amount of damage it did. Shock troops landed in between the rock. Oh, sorry, the Stuka bombs, so they survive. Artillery's coming down from the SU, right? Or no, it's just heavy artillery. Katusha as well coming on in. No B4 yet. I am surprised we're not seeing a B4 yet. Katusha coming in, almost gets the kill on the Assault Grenadiers. But now it looks like the Axis are starting to contest a little more, at least consistently. With the Allies, we can see army-wise are about equivalent. So we have a huge battle coming on in Su-76, penal, shock troops. We do have an MG, which will suppress the infantry. Puma might come around the flank, but penal's guarding it. Again, very smart. Keep the penals there so that the Puma can't flank. Meanwhile, again, luckily with all the forces there and for Mother Russia activated, he's able to hold the front. A little bit of a shock grenade going off, but doesn't do all that much. Puma managing to dodge the shot. It's going around once again. Oh boy. It's going in. Getting a nice shot against the Su-85. A light artillery barrage, I believe, kills the Su-76. Puma going hunting. I'm going hunting. Oh my god. And that first trailer for Dark Fate was not great, I'll say that. Anyway, Puma going after the Su-85, gets hit after hit, kill after kill, and come on, one more shot. Expert maneuvering by the Corgi knocks out the second Su-85 and the Su-76, and Caps is down to essentially having a Katusha, which is now in the line of sight of the Puma. Wait, really gets to the Vet 3 after killing the Katusha, not the Su-85. Jesus Christ! This Puma's on a roll. He's going after the Su-85 now. He's going in circles. I love how he caught himself like, oh shit, gotta dodge that main gun. And he's taking out every piece of armored vehicle, or every armored vehicle the Allies currently have at their disposal. The Axis now have more of a larger army than the Allies combined. A 4-star Puma. Caps is yelling, help me. He lost 3 armored vehicles by that Puma. Oh my god, Caps cannot be having a good day. He just lost his AT gun, and now his MG is barely alive. I want to get that back. Meanwhile, his allies like, dude, I'm fighting in the fuel depot against this armor, which, by the way, all of Mi's armor, Puma is God. Alright. Very nice. Oh my god, big old blob over here. We still have the Stuka, which could possibly knock all that stuff up in one good hit. We'll see. Oh, we have another big blob. Blob up against blob. Grenades going off. Initial salvo. Both really miss. Plane crashes in the back. Shock troops manage to escape. A satchel might... Oh, wait. They're focusing. No MG suppressing. Again, they're still trying to fight, but the MG will suppress their blob. Oh, there's so many troops. Come on. Throw the bundle grenade. Alas, no hit with that bundle grenade. Damn it. Oh, well. The Soviet blob couldn't stand up to the might of the MG. Really, it's the MG that won them today because that suppressed them. The shock troops with 4 Mother Russia probably could have won that fight. Any case. Puma coming back in, looking for another kill. Caps is deploying a KV-1. This is what they need to do. Alright, never mind. He's getting a Katusha. Why are you getting a Katusha? He can't deploy heavy... Leonidas cannot deploy armor. He cannot deploy this because he needs the building up, right? Right. He's getting that up now. He probably won't have it for another 3 minutes. KV-1 can not only fight off the Puma just fine, even though it is Vet 4. It would do a lot more to a KV-1. Anyway, but it can take a lot of those hits still. And again, at least it can help versus the infantry. But in any capacity. So the one thing I'll say is right now the position is being taken over, so that cuts off the resource on the left from the allies. Again, Wazo's still over here. He's still like, dude, I'm trying to hold on to the fuel and star. Right now, that's where we're winning. He's also played additional mines, so yeah, if they try to push in, he's pretty much effed. Vet 3 shock troops as well, so his troops are staying alive. Meanwhile, man, Caps, you are really disappointing me. You are, alright, you're really disappointing. You need to get a B4 out. Just point that out. You need, Stuka opening fire. God, I wonder what it could be firing on. Now, they are focusing down. Oh my god, straight through. Oh, that one penal's down. Now, I think both of Sedan are gonna die. And they're doing the T-pose. But, oh, grenades going off. Gets a number of kills on those shock troops. Gonna force them back. He lost a good chunk of his army, but he did kill 2 of Sedan. So that's a big win for him as well. Corgi definitely doing well. Any case, Sturmvik strike coming on in against the infantry. Again, Wazo's trying to help out, and he is clearing mid. He can't help directly, but I mean, like, he did push back a number of his forces. So, Keps, I know your ally's not like helping you out when you exactly need it, but to be fair, he's trying to hold on to mid, and he is effectively pushing back Red's army, and even Purple's army for that matter. Stugi high behind the brushes so he can fire against the infantry. Now, I will say he needs an Su-85 out or something to fight this stuff. But, oh my god. Puma gets the artillery piece. Dekill the Katusha. Hold on. No, the Katusha's still alive. But, managing to get the hell out of there. No AT rifles. Could have killed that if he did. AT gun gets a shot, but the Puma manages to escape. Almost Vet 5. Almost Vet 5. Let's see. Panzer Grenadiers taking over. My guy is deaf and blind. GG. Alright, that's a thing. Well, again, I just think that when you did a great job at killing. Oh, wow, Keps left. Alright. And Wazo surrenders. But yeah, that was a great Puma push. Honestly, I think additional mines would have really helped you out, Keps, against stopping the Puma from charging. Or just keep your penals back so that doesn't happen. Like, always, like, again, they just was able to take him out. You weren't paying attention as much. I mean, that's how the Su-76 and everything died. You just kept it on there, and the artillery came down, killed your light vehicle. That could have helped you kill the Puma. And he's like, cool, Su-85 by itself. Let me hunt. If you always have something to protect it. I mean, that wasn't the first time you did that. Again, I do think it was maybe worth it to lose the Su-85 if you're going to kill that base. It is a very important base for the Axis. I mean, look, resource-wise, yes, it's not too expensive in the grand scheme of things in manpower and fuel compared to losing an Su-85. And that contrasts not so much. But getting it again and then having to spend time to then build up and get additional armor, that's at least like 5 extra minutes of not having to worry about armor. So that's a huge win for the Allies if they can knock that thing out in terms of as long as you keep your units preserved. And Caps had a good army. Wazo had a good army as well, and he was holding back me pretty effectively. Though me, I think in the second half did a lot better in the first half. As soon as he started getting armor, that really helped. I truly think Wazo was having a lot of issues with these units. I think maybe penals with AT rifles could have had a better shot at killing them, throwing a satchel, something like that. Or even like getting a heavy mortar to kind of hold off the remaining infantry. Because eventually these Grenadiers, like and stuff, they did eventually start living, and they get up some pretty high veterancies, so there's that. And I get it, they both kind of supported each other, but overall, you should be able to, if you know you can't win the fight, pull back, so that way you still have your army. Unfortunately, Caps, you kind of sacrificed a little too much, and the payoff was not worth it. You lost a lot in that battle. And again, you got Katusha, which is fine. You got 10 kills on it, whatever. I think a KV-1 would have really helped you out. I truly do. If you would have got a 76, I think a KV-1 would have helped counter that, because then if they deploy, let's say, a Panther, the S-76 can still do damage on that Panther, and the KV-1 can take the hits. So that way it's like a good offense-defense combo. Sure, it's not the best hits dish on the Panther, and the KV-1 can't take all the damage itself, but combined, they can easily make up for their shortcomings and hold back a Panther. So there's that, I would say. Also, you didn't get B4. Leonidas, thank you for submitting this replay, by the way. Even with your building being destroyed and you not able to get out armor for quite some time, you did quite effective. You did quite well with the Puma and the Stuka, and your infantry for the most part. I do think that your preservation wasn't amazing either. You had some good infantry plays, but I think Yobel Sodat, an example, that you losing all of them was a key example of, like, you should have probably retreated a little bit sooner. You lost a lot of infantry, but in the second half you did better. I think your armor play was a lot better than your infantry play. Wazo was just great overall. I think he had some great infantry and armor plays. His T-70 did a lot of damage. Even fighting or having to retreat from the Puma, he did that very well and made sure it could escape and live. So, and again, good mine placements, good overall defense, and also really like the barbed wire and all the heavy cover. That really stopped me from really being able to take advantage and take back this fuel depot industrial area. That, I mean, for most part, Wazo had that firmly under his control. So really good job there. And actually got a good chunk of the map under his control. I think Kep's mines, additional infantry kind of guarding and not blobbing it so much really would help you in the grand scale things. Also, maybe a KV-1 and or a B4 would have really helped you out. But I think KV-1, S-76, B4, good combo. But in any case, what do you guys think? Leave it down in the comments down below, and of course, I will read them and most likely answer them if I can or have the time. But in any case, it's been Greyshot17 reminding you to submit your replays, like, subscribe, post your comments about stuff in this replay that you find interesting and or questions about Co in general. And I will see all of you next time. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot. Before I go, I want to give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Josh, Milam, Joey G240, Just Thomas Plays, Spartycus, Rifle, JrChicklis, Pyroshark, Ollie, Ace, GTA, and Jakub Osweight. Thank you all for your incredible support. This has been Greyshot17 and his amazing patrons, and I'll see you all next time.